What's up, everybody? This is Travis at Builds Down South, and we're continuing the project of repainting this 2001 Ford Focus today. I've been working on sanding the car. I've got most of it sanded. I just wanted to give you a little update to show you where we are. I found a lot of spots that the paint was either chipped or there were errors when they painted the car, like fish eyes or runs or whatever. And so, like you see, I've had to go through some of the airbrushing here where some of the paint had some bad spots, and the only way to level that out is to primer it and block it. So it's not necessary to remove all of the airbrush as long as there's nothing causing the paint to come off. Like if it's stuck good, there's no need to worry about it. But as far as the rest of the car, I'm running into some errors where I don't think they scuffed up the car very well before they clear coated it. For those of you that don't know, when you paint like airbrush graphics or something on a car, you have to scuff up the car first, do the graphics, and then clear coat over the entire thing. You can't just clear coat over graphic. You have to clear coat the entire thing in uniformity. So when they did that, they clear coated the whole car, and there were certain areas. Let me get up here where I can show you. There are certain areas like right here where you can see that the clear coat is peeling off. So up under here, it's really shiny. It's like it's really slick, like factory finish. So I don't think they scuffed very well. They may have scuffed the car down where the graphics were, because this seems to be sanding down pretty reasonably without flaking off. But up at the top and around the tops of the doors and around the edges and stuff, like right here, I don't think that they scuffed it very well. And some of the paints, some of the clear coats peeling off the original clear coat. You have to sand or scuff the entire area if you're going to paint a car. You know, the entire area that you're going to paint. You can't just scuff this portion of the panel and then respray all the rest of it. You have to scuff all of it. So that's one of my little pet peeves there. There was another area right here, like on the hood, where the paint was just peeling back. So I didn't want to have to primer this whole car and block it, but that's what I'm going to have to do to get all the layers of paint flat and even, so that the new top coat looks good and it doesn't have a bunch of waves and indentions and outlines of where graphics were and everything. To get it all flat and smooth, that's really the only way to do it, is to sand this car flat and come back with primer and then come back and block the primer. So that's where we are. I've got most of the trunk lid sanded. Where the spoiler was right here, they didn't take the time to remove the spoiler. You can see that there's two different colors here. This is the part that they resprayed over. This is the original paint. The spoiler was here, so they didn't hit the top of the trunk because they didn't remove the spoiler, which wouldn't have taken 5 minutes. Doesn't surprise me with the quality of the paint job they had here. And as far as the trunk lid goes, clear coat was peeling all off back here. They didn't scuff or sand any of this paint back here. The clear coat was peeling off everywhere. In order to get it flat and level, I had to take it down to almost the original primer everywhere to get it to where it was to all the new paint was sanded off of it. So anyway, that's where I am. It's hard to get in the little cracks and crevices with the DA sander, so I'm gonna have to come back and get places like this with my hand and some sandpaper. It's time consuming, but that's just the way it is. I really didn't want to spend this much time on this little budget build, but it's turning out to be a little bit of a nightmare. Most people would look at this car and think it just needed to be resprayed and send it on down the road. And if they had done the preparation right on the car to start with, you probably could have done that. You know, you could scuff the whole car, shoot some sealer over it so that nothing blends through, and then you could spray it. But they didn't prep the car right before they painted it. And not only that, the paint has weathered since then. So I'm just trying to warn somebody, like if you see a car like this that needs to be painted over and you just think it's going to be simple and easy to spray it, it's not. It doesn't matter how cheap the car is. That doesn't take away how long it's going to take to fix all this stuff before you can put fresh paint on it. And you can see I have some areas like right here and right here. There's like a little dent there in the panel. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix that. A little bit of body filler will fix that part of it. I got a little place right here that we're going to have to actually pull out a little bit and then put some filler on it. But if we're going to respray the whole car, I figured I might as well go ahead and fix the dents and dings while I was at it. So if you've been following this channel, we acquired this car as payment on another vehicle that someone owed us. So in order to get my money back, I'm having to fix this car up a little bit and see if I can get it sold and on down the road and get something a little better in here. We're trying to get some you know, better cars and nice projects and cool stuff for y'all to watch on the channel and everything, but this is just one of the steps that we're having to take in order to do that. We've got to get this one out of the way first before we can do something else. That's just the life of the car business. Sometimes you just have to work on things that you don't want to have to work on in order to get to some cool stuff that you know, that you like to do. So we do a little bit of everything around here. I'm about to post another video changing out some door handles on a car, and also fixing a door chime on a truck. These are just some things that we have to do on a daily basis that are not always like super cool car builds and everything. Everybody wants to show you the glamorous part of the car business, but nobody wants to show you the nuts and bolts. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's not my desire to spend a bunch of time working on a 2001 Ford Focus. It's not going to bring me a whole lot of payday. I'll be lucky to get the money I've invested into it back out of it. But at the end of the day, I had to have something from the money that I lost on the other vehicle. So we're gonna get this one sent on down the road. I've got to get the rest of the front and the bottoms sanded, get some primer shot on here. We'll do a video when we shoot primer. In the meantime, I'm going to be ordering some new tires. We're going to keep these rims that are on there. They're scuffed up a little bit, but they'll do for this car. Nobody cares. And we're going to get some new rubber on there. So look out for the next video. We come back, we'll shoot some primer on this thing and be ready for paint. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you hadn't, go ahead and hit the bell notification to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a great day.